quiet, it won't be safe, and it won't be calm.
Run up and down lots of corridors!
That was the one!
Stand off to the right, Brigadier.
Locking phasers on target.
They're locking phasers. Ray shields.
Fire!
But I tell you what it will be. I'll tell you what it will be. The trip of a lifetime.
Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, that's very bright, isn't it? What are we going to do about it? Hang on, have I moved this? What's going on there? Hang on. Let me give my camera a clean, see if that does the trick. There you go. Easy off it. Very good. Look at that. Look at one of the few advantages of being a Jew or a priest. Good evening, afternoon, morning. I'm terribly sorry for my tardiness, ladies and gentlemen. I just was troubleshooting, right? It was really weird. You know, I use this thing called StreamYard to stream through, right? And I'm not talking about P, right? So I use this thing called StreamYard. And let me just see what am I transmitting on 1080p right now? I don't know. I normally am. I don't know. I have to check with that in a second. Anyway, right. So use this thing called StreamYard, right? And when you click, you go into like the studio for the show, right? And it wasn't opening, just like Wizzy Will going, like what's going on? Right, and then I'll try a different browser. So I opened up Safari. It got to the point where Safari said, "Oh no, we can't do this." You got to use Chrome, which I was trying to use, and it wasn't working. Opera and Firefox. I mean, really, Opera and Firefox are still things. Wow. Anyway, so I'm like, well, I don't have those. What am I going to do? Now I thought, you know what? I have a theory. Let's test this out. So I open up my laptop. God, this is boring now. Right, I open up my laptop. I loaded up there. I'm like, what's going on? I thought I probably needed to clean the browser cache, but I didn't really have time. So here's a tech tip, kids. What's it? Yeah, so here's a tech tip. There you go. Here's a tech tip, kids. Don't say that too many times. Here's a tech tip. I'm saying it again. Always clear about browser. But anyway, so what I did was I opened up a different user in Chrome and then logged in. And bing, bada, boom! I'm here, baby. I'm here. Yes, I know. It's exciting. Ladies and gentlemen, please calm down. Good evening, good morning. I hope you're all doing well wherever you are. What's going on in the world? A lot of weird stuff, right? A lot of weird stuff is indeed going down. My channel might get like struck at any moment. Not because I've done anything, right? In fact, I have a warning, right? And that's supposed to expire, I think, this month or next month. Thing is, I can't find out like where it is to find out how much longer I have to wait. Anyway, I don't know, but so yeah, that's a good news. Right, but there's this weird targeted assault on pro-Trump channels. Now I'm thinking, I'm a teeny tiny channel that's really obsessed with Nicola Bright's tits. I mean, like, really? I mean, the Trump stuff, I like that too. Don't get me wrong, I like that too, right? If I can bring together, the great triumph of Nicola Bright's tits and Trump, I will. In fact, but yeah, 1 second. Let me look through my AI archives. I bet I cannot. Jeez. I mean, look, this is like a thought experiment, right? But I am, I want to find out. I mean, it's very bad if I can. I bet I have it. 1 second. It was one of the more recent ones. 1 second. I'm going through the trouble is I haven't tied it up for a long time, so I'm not sure everything's in the right folder. No, not the Joe Grant folder. Nicola Bryant folder. Let's see what we got. Elmo Nicola, no. Disney Nicola, no. Buddy Nicola. That was funny, Nicola. That's pretty darn hot. Belly Dance Nicola, Alias Nicola. No. Which one was it again? I got Nanny. British. Oh, all right. Okay. This is the. Fine. I don't remember what I was looking for. It's US. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Bloody hell. Oh, yeah. I need to seek therapy. Because look, doink. Okay. I haven't pulled it up. 1 second. Doink. Right. It's yes. You know, I seem to put the two things together. As did Nicola. Well done, Nicola. You know, AI is a evil and beautiful thing. Right? We went through many Nicolas today, making the thumbnail. A very fine thumbnail. But yeah, we had to go for a bit of circusy. This was actually my favorite one, but I wanted her facing us. Right? I always like them delivering the line to camera. Right? You don't notice it unless you notice it. Right. This one was good, but I think the white face makeup was a bit strong. But you know, I wouldn't dismiss her, right? For impudence. I think this is what we went for, right? Yeah, this one's pretty good. This was a pretty good, and I like the way the cut of the red jacket, like, it accentuates the thinness of her waist and the hugeness of her boobs, right? I mean, it really works out very, and I like it's always PG-13, so I'm always quite chuffed with that. Those hands look weird. That weird. There's always stuff like that with AI, right? When you get to like, excuse me, darling. When you get down, yeah, that what happened there, darling? I don't know. I'll take it. I'll totally take it. But yeah, this is a meme I saw today. Oh man, it's so funny. The inflation is that high. Yeah, okay, but let's talk. Yeah, I guess let's get into the Trumpian stuff, because there's so much stuff I got to get into. Right? I mean, the thing. Okay, it's not really Trumpian. It's more you're looking at a complete meltdown, right? I mean, they know they're not going to win, and they're screaming already, right? Although I think the cheating's probably going to help them a lot. It's like, I don't know why they lack so much confidence, because I'm like, you got a pretty good shot. You cheat very well, and scream at anybody they're racist if they argue with you. Right? I just don't think it's working. Right? I don't think it's working. I think the legacy media is dead. I think this is the election that killed the legacy media. I mean, they are meaningless at this point. Right? They're screaming Trump's a Nazi, which is insane. Right? It's beyond this. I mean, they've lost it. Right, which means they know he's going to win. Although, again, I don't know why they're so bloody confident. Everybody go out and vote, apart from Democrats. Democrats don't go out and vote. It's over. You can't win. And you don't want to vote for him anyway. You didn't like her. You talked yourself into it. You know, unless you're a woke fuck, it's fine. If you're a woke fuck, do what you want. Right. But that's only 8% of the population, right? I agree strongly with Tim Pool that we have the opportunity here to make this a repudiation, a total and utter cultural war victory. Like, I think it'll be the total cultural war victory, right? Because then it's over. There's like I don't think if Dave Chappelle, for example, if a very good comedian like Jon Stewart, we're going to talk about it in a minute, comes up and says, okay, we're all wrong. Let's get over it. Which is exactly what he did with COVID, right? He was the one who made it okay to believe that COVID came from a lab. Beforehand, it was racist, right? And he de-racist it, right? That's quite an incredible superpower. So somebody, Hitler. Here's the thing. I described it like this last show. I think it's like the Enterprise Cold War, temporal Cold War, where they have like, the less paths you have in the way you want to go, the more likely is you're not going to get there, right? And so it was like, I see the only path I see, really, for America not fundamentally going through some kind of change or tumult, right? Honestly, if Harris just gets in, it really is the end of the Western liberal democracies, right? There's no more democracy at that point. There's no more free speech. I mean, look, they locked up Tommy Robinson. It's ludicrous. They locked him up for making a film telling the truth. Oh man, people do not like you telling the truth, right? People do not like you telling the truth. It gets them very, very irate, right? It does. It gets them very irate. Oh, I am at 1080. There you go. I found that out to my detriment. Let me tell you. The truth is not a shield, right? But that's basically what happened. He made a movie talking about I haven't seen it. It's on Twitter. I assume it's talking about Muslim rape gangs, right? Because that's again, it's beyond me. Honestly, it's like a post office scandal, but I don't know, less worse. You know, it's beyond me. Like, why can't people just say I was wrong and I'm very sorry? Right? Why can't you just be honest? Right? And what's wrong with being wrong? And what's wrong with being sorry? I mean, if you're wrong because you're an evil cunt, you deserve to get your balls kicked, but metaphorically, right? But it's like people just won't do it. It's so weird. Again, like all the people in the post office scandal, same thing. Bizarroville, right? So some comedian that's okay for the left, which I think Dave Chappelle and also Jon Stewart could really do the world a favor and make it okay not to be hysterical, right? And that's basically what you're looking at. Make it okay not to be hysterical. And reset. Okay, this is what you really want, right? You want to reset America to normalcy. You want to reset America to normalcy and say somebody I didn't like got into power and I really don't like it, right? It really upsets me. But you know what? He's my president. Nothing terrible happened last time. I'm going to give him. I don't think anything good's going to happen from it, but I'm going to go into it as open mind as possible and hope and pray for his success. Right, and I'm not going to hope for his failure. Right? Because his success is my success. And if his success means being wrong, it's not so terrible because I'm being successful. Right? If somebody says that and says, he can be wrong, he can screw up, you can all be proved right. But let's start off normally. Right? It's they could really do themselves and the world a huge favor. And you think, oh, that sounds crazy. That could never, ever happen. Right? I think it could. I totally think it could. Again, Jon Stewart did it with COVID. It was verboten, to say that that COVID came from a lab, right? That was racist. And then he made it okay. but again, it's you have to believe incredibly stupid things. I just don't think Jon Stewart can really do it. Jon Stewart, I mean, he's a bit of a prick, and I disagree with his worldview, and I think he's misinformed. I think he strikes me as being too full of his own confidence, not ready enough to take a seat and say, "Oh man, this is shit," right? And he should have done that with the woke shit, right? It was a big mistake. Right, but again, it was what his whole world did. But again, but he certainly is in a position to anyway, because it's gone fucking crazy, right? So Trump had this insane rally in Madison Square Garden. I mean, insane. It was 200,000 people, or there were 20,000 people or 70,000 people who couldn't get in. Right, it was. Redonkulous, right? This thing was insane. Here, let me try to find the first bit of footage from it, because it was I would say pure Americana, which I think Trump has been very successful with in this entire election cycle, right? Pure Americana. 1 second, where is it? Not Shooty. Not Creature Commandos. Hey, Daisy, how you doing, darling? Oh, there you go, Madison Square Gardens. I'm still waiting to get in. USA! The energy is just through the roof. They are pumped beyond pump. But here, let me get inside. So I think the bet I'm going to show you is the most indicative of everything, which is Hulk Hogan. I mean, oh God, it's awesome. Awesome beyond awesome. Man, if Keir Starmer had this, I'll vote for him. But Keir Starmer couldn't have this. He's too painfully inauthentic and an evil cunt, right? I don't think Hulk Hogan's an evil cunt, right? I think Hulk Hogan's a nice, friendly bit of Americana, right? Hulk Hogan like Big Daddy. Oh, I love him. I love his come out with a flag. I mean, like, it's awesome. I'm sorry. There's a lot to love about America. I do, unashamedly, right? It's so upbeat. It's a, look, you got to understand. If you're American watching this, you got to understand. We British grew up every day with grey skies. Well, it's not going to be good. That's what we are, right? I mean, we're kind of fun. We'll get us drunk. We're okay. But yeah, when this blows an English person's mind. Like, this is a political rally. Oh God, I'm so voting for this person. Oh, it's so awesome. I'm sorry. Honestly, this is the most punk rock politics has ever been. I love it. I love it. And they even have J.D. Vance, right, standing in it as the heir apparent. So friends like my old school Republican friend who I love dearly, right? I was chatting tonight on the way over from synagogue, right? This is too much for him. He can't, right? But J.D. Vance is there. So J.D. Vance is your prize for holding your nose and going with Trump, right? And he's like, yeah, you're right. J.D. Vance is awesome. I would have loved to have gone. I honestly, oh man, would have loved to have gone. Oh, here's another video of it. Okay, weird thing about Hulk Hogan, right? He used to live near us when I lived in Miami, right? And there was an episode of his TV show where he's doing a barbecue. You can go look at it. And he goes to Miami Beach and says, you know what? What is that? What is that? A Jew store? And he goes past the kosher store, like, hey, is that kosher? That stuff's really healthy, right? People are going to really appreciate it. We're going to go and get Jew kosher hot dogs, right? They go in. And this is the store I shop at. And he's big Hulk Hogan. It's awesome, right? Absolutely awesome. Another bit of folklore is apparently when I lived in Bushey in London in the 90s. No, late 80s, very early 90s. The local Blockbuster, right, was once visited by Tom Cruise, who lived near there. And they wouldn't rent him something because he didn't have an ID. It's like he held out a video box of the procedure. Said, look, it's me. Yeah, you go. That's everything England and America, baby. Okay. So before we look, we're not going to listen to this whole speech. Well, I will show you bits of it. It's mind-blowing. Right? It really is genuinely mind-blowing. It's one of the most fun thing I've seen in a long time. I'm trying to force myself to watch Venom. I can review it on Dash Channel. I got sent to the stream I got. Anyway, so here, this is what it reminds me of, like from Rocky 4. Check this out. I will break him. Right, so this is the match between Apollo Creed and Drago. Right, first he comes on. It's like a match, like an exhibition fight. Okay, only the Trump rally was better. Well, you know, if James Brown was there, he would be playing. Yeah, where's Apollo Creed come out? Living in America. I mean, it is like this, isn't it? Look at this. Awesome. Oh, man, I forgot how awesome this was. I would break him. If he dies, he dies. Adrian got hotter as the movies went on. Best bit of the Rocky series was when Adrian was watching at home, I think, and she didn't like what it must be Rocky 1. And stands up with the crowd, goes, Rocky, maybe Rocky 2. Rocky. The boss shirts, you love it. Anyway. Which is tamer than the Trump thing. We live in strange times. So this is what he had to say. We're not going to listen to it all. It's so crazy. Now, obviously, other people spoke like more normal people, but like this is the vibe. I'm up for that. You know what? English are embarrassed of well, they're not anymore. Actually, I think there's been a huge surge in nationalism, right, and good nationalism, right, because in response to the globalism, it's great to be British, right, but it's you gotta love the Americans loving being American. Where's Pigs going?
Well, let me tell you something, Trumpomaniacs.
Okay, I can only vote once, and I can't vote at all. And this is too again. You had me at that hello. I can't. Look.
Welcome to the house that Hulkamania built. You know something? Usually when I'm in Madison Square Garden, I'm body slamming giants. I'm winning world heavyweight titles, and I'm cracking people over the heads with steel chairs.
He must be doing a ton of steroids to be in that shape, right?
And the energy in Madison Square Garden is off the Richter scale. But today, Trumpomaniacs, the energy in here is something like I've never felt. The energy of all these Trumpomaniacs is the most powerful force in the universe. And today, this is Donald Trump's house, brother.
I need some kind of graphic of Hulk Hogan with the title Trumpomaniac. Oh, I love it. Oh, it's too crazy. I'll listen for another minute. See what he's going to say. 10 seconds. Does he rip his shirt off? I liked it when he did that last time. Not in a gay way, more theatrical.
You know something, Trump maniacs? I don't see no...
Yeah, there's anything wrong with that, obviously.
Stinking Nazis in here.
Oh yeah, what? I don't see okay, that's where this story's going.
Stinking Nazis in here.
Yeah, I don't see any stinking Nazis in it.
You know something, Trump maniacs? I don't see no stinking Nazis in here. I don't see no stinking domestic terrorists in here. The only thing I see in here are a bunch of hard-working men and women that are real Americans, brother.
I got to stop. It's too. I'm finding it kind of electric, though. Really, the whole night was like that. So, yeah, they were calling it a fascist rally. But we're going to get into that in a second. It's beyond stupid, right? It is absolutely beyond stupid. But the first thing they really nailed it is they opened the night with this guy. I don't know. He's apparently very successful. It's like the something the kids all like. Probably Baron Trump told them get him with this bloke Tony Hinchcliffe. And the jokes I heard of him from him I thought was very funny, right? Genuinely. Right, but this is the thing they're freaking out about.
Well, I welcome migrants to the United States of America with open arms. And by open arms, I mean like this. It is absolutely wild times.
Yeah, this is it. This is what they're centering on.
It really, really is. And, you know, there's a lot going on. Like, I don't know if you guys know this, but there's literally a floating island of garbage in the middle of the ocean right now. Yeah. I think it's called Puerto Rico. Okay. All right. Okay. We're getting there. Again, normally I don't follow the national anthem, everybody. This isn't exactly a perfect comedy setup. It's absolutely wild to see.
So that's the thing they're going apeshit about. But yeah, okay, in hindsight, was it the best idea to have this guy open? Probably not. or at all. Probably. Even though I find him very funny. But like, oh, the humorlessness. Anyway, let's get into it.
See, and in Texas, stuff is really, really crazy. We're right there by a wide open border. Where are my proud Latinos at tonight? You guys see what I mean? It's wide open. There's so many of them.
Now, they're jokes. Very obviously, you wouldn't know. The meltdown beyond meltdowns. I got so many different meltdown files. Let's see what I got. I might just go for one. Oh, well, we should go for this one too, though. Okay.
That jamboree happening right now, you see it there on your screen, in that place is particularly chilling because in 1939, more than 20,000 supporters of a different fascist leader, Adolf Hitler, packed the garden for a so-called pro-America rally.
Okay, wait. So let's get this straight, right? It's a fascist rally because it's at Madison Square Gardens. The Democrats had their national convention there in 91 or 92, I believe. Are they also fascist? Is this fascist? It's the most crazy and insane thing. Meanwhile, this Nazi rally has a lot of Jewish support. You don't really see that at Nazi rallies. I'll be frank, right? I will admit. I'm going to admit to this. I may not have been to that many Nazi rallies. I can admit to that, right? I may not have been to that many Nazi rallies. I don't think that you were buying any Israel bonds there, right? So is there any more on this? Or is it just
speakers voiced anti-Semitic rhetoric from?
A second. I wish I don't have the clip from CNN.
Who has threatened to use the troops to quell what he says are lawless cities, and to use those troops to carry out mass deportations of.
Again, they're just insane and lying. Anyway, so they go crazy about this, like genuinely batshit, off the wall crazy. I mean, genuinely. And they got a fascist rally. Well, I'll see what this one says. I mean, they're just funny. I don't see any stinking Nazis here. Let's see what they're saying over here.
You know, it's important that, you know, Donald Trump runs like he was never president, like he doesn't have a record. And whatever the phenomena is of people having not so terrible memories of his first term.
What, we had money and world peace? Yeah, that sucks ass.
It is very dangerous that they think that way because they think, oh,
well, they don't remember those good times. They weren't really good times. Don't remember how much we screamed and we screamed and we screamed and we screamed. Right? We'll hold our breath next time. Please do.
Okay, we've already seen that movie. I can live with it for 4 more years, but it's not the same movie. You know, it's the sequel to Scream, where it's just that much bloodier. The trajectory he's on with his
Worse
thoughts,
actors.
the trajectory
Okay.
that he's on with his thoughts, his language, his health, his mental health, his cognitivity. I mean, if he, God forbid, is elected a year from now, Joe Biden is going to have the biggest I told you so laugh in American history.
Joe Biden's going to be dead.
And that's what people have to
I wish him a long life, obviously.
think about. Not this the guy who throws paper towels sometimes, you know, and like, oh, that's funny, that's stupid, whatever it is. This guy
Throws paper towels? What? This guy's crazy. Anyway, somebody had a response to it being a fascist rally. Who has an excellent rack, by the way. I think it's worth hearing it out in detail, maybe in slow motion. Let's have a look.
Donald Trump's rally at Madison Square Garden. I'm a Jewish New York Republican, and I have seen the mainstream media.
Okay. You make me proud, darling. Make me proud. I'm just pausing so I can get a good look at that Star of David necklace. We call that a Mogen David, right? Anyway, very slowly in that position, unless you're a bit warm, you want to pull your shirt down a bit. Tell us some more.
Calling this a Nazi rally. And that couldn't be further from the truth. There were so many Jews there, just like myself. There was Israeli flags, and nearly every single speaker talked about their commitment to upholding the relationship between U.S. and Israel. Not to mention all the Latinos for Trump.
I would agree with her, but I'm just, looking kind of trying to imagine what the arse is on the other side, and myself there. Right, I'm only made of flesh and blood, baby. Flesh and blood.
Gays for Trump, and nearly every other group that would have never been allowed in if this was actually a Nazi rally. Kamala Harris could literally bring Adolf Hitler on her stage, and the mainstream media still wouldn't call it a Nazi rally. Their lies are futile. Trump is winning this election, and
well, I mean, that's the thing. I think he's swamping the vote so much that the lies are futile. It's just completely breaking down.
9 days. Make sure you get out, vote early, and vote for Donald Trump.
I just got back. Literally anything you say. You could convince me. Okay, I mean, look, I was voting for him anyway, but okay. By the way, eyebrows are fantastic. It's not often that I compliment a woman, but very Jewy eyebrows. Okay, get out, vote for Donald Trump. Well, you won me over. You've definitely won me over, darling. Vote early. Get out and vote. Right. That's I think the advice of the day. Anyway, so that whole thing. What made it more disingenuous about that comedian? At the very same time, George Lopez was making a racist joke at a Harris rally that had hardly anybody there.
Trump said he was going to build a wall, and George Lopez said, you better build it in one day, because if you leave that material out there overnight.
And it was funny, right? It was funny. And I think that's the... so Jon Stewart, as I said, we started off talking about him. Landsman, sometimes he comes up trumps, right? As he did here.
The opening act, grabbing headlines for all the wrong reasons. A comedian who offered unfunny, racist, cringeworthy jokes.
No, they were really funny. They were really funny. Yeah, check out the meltdown.
Basically calling Puerto Ricans trash.
The most repulsive racial jokes about Latinos.
Disgusting and hateful.
So incredibly crude.
Frankly, just too X-rated to play here.
That's not! I played it! I wish I could just AI them all grabbing poles. Oh, I mean, like, really?
Extremely vile so-called jokes.
Extremely vile so-called jokes. She name-checked my comedy album from the 90s.
Again, if somebody's talented, they're talented. I just like, and when Jon Stewart, I think, gives up on his wokeness, there's a lot to work with.
Did I really? I don't know who's AI, me or that guy.
You want to help?
Now, obviously, in retrospect, having a roast comedian come to a political rally a week before Election Day and roasting a key voting demographic, probably not the best decision by the campaign politically. But
I can agree. I mean, I actually do agree. Again, I think it's Barron Trump. And this guy's huge, apparently. Right? I mean, just huge. And they had him open. Holy crap. Yeah, no, it wasn't the best idea.
Decision by the campaign politically. But to be fair, the guy's really just doing what he does. I mean, here he is at the Tom Brady roast a few months ago.
The great Jeff Ross, ladies and gentlemen. Jeff is so Jewish, he only watches football for the coin toss.
That's funny! And you can tell there's no hate behind it.
Gronk, you look like the Nazi that kept burning himself on the ovens. Kevin is so small that when his ancestors picked cotton, they called it deadlifting.
Yes, of course. Terrible, boo, yes. There's something wrong with me. I find that guy very funny.
He is funny. And good for, again, you need to be the voice of sanity, Jon Stewart. You can bring the weirdos over.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, bringing him to a rally and have him not do roast jokes, that'd be like bringing Beyonce to a rally and not have... Oh.
I guess Beyonce didn't sing at a rally. Yeah, look, the writing's on the wall. Okay, you know how much the writing's on the wall? Joe Biden was filmed and he's telling people how he's voting, okay? It's not how you would expect, right? It's quite eye-opening.
Trump, 2024. I'm voting for Trump. Oh, you are? Oh,
yeah. Okay. Anyway, with that, ladies and gentlemen, let's get to the chat. We go over here. Oh yeah, greatest show in the galaxy. Oh, my season 25 is on the way. It is shipped. Oh, I gotta wait though. It's gonna be another week or two before I get it. Oh God. Oh, hi Nicola, how you doing? But also coming is volume 2 of the Doctor Who backup strips. Okay, but I am chagrined. Right, this has actually made it into my daily prayers that I get enough. I get a windfall of money that I feel comfortable spending a couple of $100 getting the Blake 7 production diaries, seasons A and B. Holy shit, these things look incredible. Yeah, one second, let me pull this up. Oh, I'm a real Blake 7 bend right now. Then we'll get to the chat. Blake 7 diary. Yeah, this thing is it's so good. There's a video. Is the video show you anything? No, it's just the front and back cover. Pictures. I can't believe the cover for this is a better one. The cover for what's it? Oh yeah, why don't I just go to where it's being sold? And look at it. It's a Lulu thing, isn't it? There you go. Doink. Share screen. There you go. Now again, I just can't. I mean, this $75 plus shipping. I mean, like, no, thank you. I can't. Oh, this is the wrong page. Hang on. I saw a whole, like, this really good ad for it. Maybe is there a website they have? Cult Edge? I mean, this Friday. No, it was that. So yeah, it came out early, but man, this thing. Why can I not find? Do they have again? If I was going to see if they have a website, BitLive 87 series. Hey, no. If I click on it, no, it doesn't. Because yeah, this is like you actually have to open up and look at. It's just too freaking gorgeous. Right, where am I at to? Now I'm just confused. Oh, because I closed X, I think. Yeah, well, yeah, I got myself confused. I'm about to give up. Oh, one second. People have been talking about. That's what it was. Let me go back. I think Gareth Roberts has written for it, and here it is. Fine. There you go. This thing looks freaking incredible. Yeah, there you go. Share screen. Not sure who it is, but I'm very jealous. Location filming. This is just gorgeous, right? It's everything you want to know about Series B. There's some more pictures. Oh, there you go, Star One. I love that. Was it the production still, right? Man, Sally, that looked freaking gorgeous. Oh my god, she looks so hot then. Oh man, that was good. Trevor Baxendale's dust. Yeah, he knows his Blake 7. Yeah, look, this is just awesome, right? I'm gutted I can't afford it. So it's £75 and plus about $40 shipping. And the first one is like $75. And the first one is like $60. And I wonder if they'll double the shipping. Here, let's find out. Okay, let me add them into a cart together. She cried. Do they double the shipping, right? And then we will get to the chat, right? Because, but you know, inquiring minds want to know: is this a link? Doink. Okay, let's do. Okay, confirm. We're confirmed. Okay. Okay, I've got to empty the cart. Now let's go back. Oh, here, add to cart. Okay, go to checkout. No, we've got to go to view cart. Confirmed. $66 and $75. I optimize my experience. Whatever. Checkout. And I want to put in Israel, right? So we're already up to like guest checkout. You don't need to know me. Fine, I'll give you my email. Continue to shopping. Doink. Now, what's that? Do I have to put my whole thing? Really? Okay, well, that doink. Choose it. No. Whatever country. Oh, Israel. 1 second. Israel. You can choose delivery. Oh, I got to fill out my whole address, right? What's my address? I just totally forgot my address. Yeah. That was bizarre. Doing. Israel Central. There you go. Doink. Choose delivery method. Fine. So now we're going to find out. So that's another $56 on top of it for shipping, right? So it's a total of $200. Yeah, it'll be a couple of dollars shy of $200, right? That's a lot of money. I am sorry. I love the books. Don't get me wrong. But So, I generally part of my daily prayers is I win the lottery or something. I just get a windfall, something that I feel like I can blow $200, right? And without like going, who get, you know? But like, it's not like $20. 200 is a lot, mate. So I don't know. Although again, oh god, what I love them. And but on the upside, I've got season 25 wigging its way towards me, which I'm very, very happy about. You know, is a good thing. The greatest show in the galaxy. Okay, this is really what I thought about this. Shows that Doctor Who's best were made for intelligent 12-year-olds and 15-year-olds that just discovered weed. Yes. Okay. This is what season 25 was. I just realized season 25 was the first complete season totally optimized for weed, right? I mean, I'm sorry. You get awesome action movie thrills with Remembrance of the Daleks. You get totally off your bonds with Happiness Patrol. Silver Nemesis, you get a nice bit of jazz, bit of Courtney Pine, right? And then in Greatest Show in the Galaxy, yes, you're just discovering shrooms at this point. That's true. We agree with you. So yeah, we're going to do a review of that. Bad omens for good omens. I'll tell you the story now. Because Neil Gaiman's been outed as a pervert. Who could have seen that? Look, when somebody says they can't see any difference between a black woman and a very white-faced goth woman, you know there's something going on, and normally probably something weird with sex, right? So they turned the series into a 90-minute movie, I think, or special or something like that. So, the Neil Gaiman's career is done. Holy crap, super done. A Star Wars Rey movie loses another writer. Oy vey. Great writer as well, Stephen Knight. Thank God. Get away from Stephen. Get making Peaky Blinders, mate. Robin Hood 8 is here with the other 7. He's right. Good channel and great video. Well, you are right. I can't argue when you're right, Robin Hood 8. Only Studies is here. I had to suffer watching BBC News at lunchtime. They didn't say a word about the Labour MP. I know. He hit a woman? That was a woman? The guy was punching him on the ground? I tell you. I've never seen a shit show like Labour. It's like, I mean, other than the Kamala Harris. I mean, I've never seen people fuck up like Labour fucks up. It's unbelievable. You just keep watching me and go, how? Like you know, but by law of averages, you should not have fucked something up, right? No, everything. They fuck up everything. Unbelievable. Although, it is. Well, wait, so 5. So this was it. PD Rich is the 18. PD Rich. I hope Trump wins too. I agree with you. Darren M is here. As is, what are we up to? D. I used to like Elizabeth Olsen before she became too political. That's the thing. Yeah. Feminism sucks the hotness out. It is true. It is true. That makes Anna de Armas much hotter. That she's not like lecturing you. She's just like, I am happy being very beautiful. Well, we're happy too, Anna. Right? We're happy too. Let's get her in a movie with Sydney Sweeney. Barbarella. That would be awesome, right? Or was that really porny comic in Heavy Metal? Great sci-fi. Fantastic art, but so porny. Let me find it. It's called Lan. Look at that! Bloody hell. The spank bank never lets you down. You always remember. Fine. Heavy Metal Lan comic. There we go. Let me see again. Oh man, maybe was it called Lan? Oh, they can't find it. Just get a bunch of covers for Heavy Metal. If I can find out who wrote it, hang on. Yeah, F L A N. No, I must not be spelling it right. What was the name of that strip? Okay. I'll Google ongoing heavy metal sci-fi black and white comic strip. That's it. Heavy metal magazine. No, come on. Okay, I'll ask Grok. See if Grok can work it out. Okay, Grok, we're all depending on you now. What was the ongoing sci-fi? I'll say erotic. Sci-fi comic in heavy metal magazine. Let's see if I'll be amazed if it pulls it out. But Grok, okay. Druna, I bet that was it. Is that it? Let's have a look. Heavy metal Druna. Oh, everything is hard. No. But I remember, she was also insanely hot, right? Oh, no. Let me read the rest of what Grok said. Druna. No, it wasn't Druna, right? It wasn't Druna. Said in post-apocalyptic. Well, maybe it was, actually. Could be. Druna. Is this Druna? No, it wasn't that. Okay, I'm about to give up. Right. I'm on a. I remember Druna, but that was very spankable. I can't argue with you. Where was it? Okay, what was it? That wasn't Druna. We'll ask Rock again. Heavy man, that wasn't Druna. Let's see what it does this time. No, I can't find it. All right, let me get to the chat. Maybe somebody in the chat knows. I mean, just super hot. Oh my god. Was it Frank Fulton? Maybe no. Again, I can't remember this. This is blurry masturbatory memories. Good artwork. Steve is here. How you doing, Steve? Thank you for joining us. Yes, I warned you that Joker 2 was going to be stunning and brave by how bad it was. But after seeing it, I knew I was right, even though I saw it for free. Oh, I keep thump. Yeah, I mean, look, there's very few good movies out nowadays, unfortunately. Lonnie is here. Doing Lonnie, thank you for joining us. US Kensington says, Polymarker says, Rabbi, 69% chance of being cream crackered. Oh, that is a good bet, right? I was actually in the zone, and then I couldn't get StreamYard to open up. If I wanted to stream, I'd use OBS. That's maybe a good idea. StreamYard is at least 5 years behind the curve. I like honest, and they're double the price. They just went from what? $25 a month to $45 a month. I mean, literally, right? Literally. Aaron goes on about that, but honestly, the Batman was better film than the Joker. Well, that's a low bar. Solar Engine. Yeah, okay, I agree with you, right? And people are really liking Penguin. I just can't get into it. I just went out to was it? No, I just went out. Now I just totally lost my train of thought. Oh, okay, never mind. One second. Didn't want to knock that over. Where are we up to? Matthew Pounder's in there, man. Colin Archer's here. Not just hands. I sometimes find eyes can look weird, especially in face swaps. Oh yeah. Darren was still here. Colin Archer says was watching a video by Black Belt Barrister earlier. That seems for once Tommy might have actually been at least partly in the wrong in this case. Well, no, he was sort of right. He was stupid to show it at his rally. He should have had airtight legal advice that he would be fine. But the underlying problem is he's telling the truth. Yeah, Tommy Robinson got 18 months, right? They are, and this is going to happen in America if Harris wins. Like Elon Musk is going to be broken on the wheel. He better flee the country, right? Genuinely, it's going to be bad. Yeah, I honestly, I think it's going to be turned into a police state, right? John Jordan is here. Speaking of police state, often I would say hi before start my drive home. Well, off you go then. I hope you have a good drive. Right, here we go. My wife was mad because there's just so much traffic. I don't know what's going on. It doesn't matter that Southport murder has been found to be an Islamist convert by the anti-terrorist command. Whoa! Who could have seen that coming? Certainly not any Tory MP. Certainly not any Labour MP. I mean, honestly, the Tories should be really happy, right? What's happening right now, unless Reform gets their arse together, and I think Reform didn't step up for Tommy Robinson, like Farage never mentions him. I think that's a mistake. But unless Reform gets their, really gets their act there, and they could do, right? They absolutely could do. Conservatives will be back on top for forever again, right? It's not because they're good. Because they're distinctly less shit than Labour. I just want to see Rabbi Holtz suplex Joe Biden. Well, that one would be good. Bush is not in London. It's Hertfordshire. You get there on the Northern Line. Well, sort of. You take the Northern Line to Edgware and then get the 142. Well, that's what you did in the 90s anyway. Close enough. It's not Watford, right? Although I did get my pizza from Watford. 2 pizzas, right? I had 2 standard pizzas. One was shrimp, anchovy, and onions. That's back in my not kosher days. Also, my not kosher days. My other one was a garbage plate. Onions, spicy pepper, spicy pork, pepperoni, and bacon. Oh, bacon's awesome. Try not to disgrace Bush with Sonic Khan. Oh, well, there you go. Everyone there despises him. Fine. London adjacent. Peter says, I knew it. I don't know what you knew. Oh, that he... Yes. So full of shit. Like, honestly, that's the other thing. Like, Keir Starmer thinks once he's spoken, I have spoken. It's like the Ognall from Mandalorian. I have spoken. Right, but like he's lied just openly so many times, and he does it with a straight face. Does he know he's lying? I don't know. I think there's something wrong with it, right? Creed dying in America. Left lacks humor. Yes, they lack it more. The more the more close they get to destruction, right? That was Matthew Bowden. I said Matthew Bowden. I'm pretty sure, right? Did they also remember WrestleMania? Oh, WrestleMania was great. Where are we up to? Fine. He looks ill. Who are we talking about? Probably Hulk Hogan. Well, how old is he now? He's got to be cracking on. How old is Hulk Hogan? Doink. So he's 71. Okay, I think he's looking pretty spry for 71. Okay, I think he's looking pretty good. Fly Highlanders here. Doing Fly Highland. Thank you for joining us. I really want to see that movie. Am I Racist? I'm always tempted to see if I can sign on for the Daily Wire for that. Aaron, as has been heavy metal. Check out Netflix's Love, Death and Robots. Oh yeah, that's heavy metal mixed with Alan Lips. Yeah, I quite like that. Actually, Terry Garpos. Oh, I will masturbate her in a memory. What are you using for your thumbnails? Says Call Me Steve. I use OpenAI. Well, yeah, let me make sure it's PG-13 enough to show you. There you go. Thank God. I use OpenArt.ai. 1 second, video file. Tweak. So I was going to have Millie with her, right? This is before I face swapped her. But I thought with the clown makeup on, no one would recognize her. It's better to have one image, really, right? I love these Trump ones. You get better Kamala Harris ones by Googling Kamala Harris. It's not very good at doing spitting image like caricatures. Maybe I should try OpenArt for that. I don't know. This is pretty good. Yeah, this was... I was trying to do a sexy Charlotte Pollard. And then I was doing a Tomb Raider. It actually came more out like Perry. I can't remember what the maid was for, right? I was doing all the 80s ones. Oh, I should have done an 80s one for tonight. I forgot we're doing an 80s story. There you go. What was the main one? I don't care. Well, obviously it was a Millie Gibson one because she's blonde, right? Anyway, that is what I use. Doink. Fine. Where should we start, ladies and gentlemen? Let's start off with we'll go over here. Let's start off with let's talk about Happiness Patrol. Right? That's what I'm really most excited about, quite frankly. Oh, I can't wait for it to arrive. Doink. Share screen. Tzvi Lebetkin is OpenArt free. No, you have to. You can. There's a free subscription. Fine. Let me look it up again now. There's a free subscription, but the one if you want to use like adult orientated what's the word search terms like sexy or things like that, big boobs or breasts, right? You don't want it, then you have to pay. I'll find out here. Let's have a look. So right now, yeah. So for that, you got to pay $26 a month, right? There's a free version and there's a $14 version, right? But the second one is you can use not safe for work prompts for creative freedoms, right? That's exactly what I want. Right, access public not safe for work models. Okay, right, 100%. Right, all features in Starter Plus. That's what I have. Starter Plus. So it's $26 a month. Is there anything else there? And then you get more expensive. They make them quicker. Look, I find the generation time be very, very good on this. Right. Genuinely. Anyway, doink. Where are we up to? Yes, Paul McGann. Paul McGann's when is the next one coming out? Doctor Who magazine. It should be nearly there. I mean, SFX is coming out soon, isn't it? Doink. What's it saying? The 7th. All right, very good. Isn't that Friday? Yeah. Or is that Thursday? 7th is a Thursday, right? But SFX says it's coming out on the 1st, which is a Friday. That must be wrong. I bet it's coming out at the... They're normally, was it a week before? Joy of the Ride. What's this? Philip Hinchcliffe speaks. Well, I've heard him talk a lot, but he's always interesting. Tom Baker era, most in-depth interview ever. Okay. Plus, Stephen Moffat, Rusty Davis, oh God, shut up. Stephen Moffat, I'm interested. Philip Siegel, yes. And Chris Gibson, I'm intrigued. Like, how are you including these people in $7.99? Oy vey. Fine. Although I got a lot of use out of it this month. Because the previews have been very good. Fondant surprise. Greatest Show in the Galaxy, and then we'll look at there's another couple of articles. Now, okay, Greatest Show in the Galaxy. For me, it's perfectly timed because I just discovered Spliff, and so it was just perfect for me. All right, like it really totally did the trick. But there was also just like genuine greatness behind it. I mean, what was the do I have the working ones? Wait a second. One of the problems with Playground is their SFW checking out is so puritanical it makes me exactly. So that's why that's their selling point. Open art, right? Yeah, let me just check. But it did give I think Sylvester McCoy one of his most defining monsters ever. Or villains ever, which was the Chief Clown, right? I mean, just stunning, right? Ian Reddington, he played him on audio twice, I think, right? And it just didn't work at all because it's so based on his movements, all right? And then it's what you really have. Silver Nemesis, no Greatest Show, doink. Oh, there you go, doink. Look at the death of Bellboy scene. By the way, a spoiler alert, Bellboy. I think it was... Is he already dead yet? Was it episode 3? Yeah, it must have been episode 3. There you go. Doink. It wasn't episode 2. Getting close, right? Getting close. Oh yeah, Bellboy's still alive, so he's still alive here. Yeah, let's see what he has to say. Oh man, did he get injured filming this? Ian Reddington, right? So this cage fell down on his head, broke his teeth, right? He had to go for emergency dental surgery, right?
Do you know what happened on Galobus? It was all awful, boy. Anyway, it was all her fault.
That was really one of the weeks ago. But again, this really was the bridge to the Virgin New Adventures. Is this it? Oh, there you go. Yeah. And the Chief Clown's reaction is just fantastic. Feels like his signature move. Yeah, that was very cool. Okay, I like that a lot. Again, and there was a lot about the weird goofiness that I liked a lot as well. Yeah, well, that's it. Any other bits to point out on this episode? Nothing, really leaving in mind. I look, it could certainly use a brush up with the with the new effects. I always thought again, I love the hippie bus. I love the what's it called again? The bus conductor, right? Again, all this is pure New Adventures. Tickets. More of his signature. Something else I like best: all the clowns that were in this, all the robot clowns in this, they were all their face mask was all modeled from him, which was really cool. Yeah, you do get this really bizarre power struggle going on. And then there's this very famous scene, right, where Sylvester McCoy nearly died. Apparently. I mean, no, he really nearly died in Battlefield, but this explosion was way bigger than he thought it was going to be. And he doesn't flinch. It's fantastic. Look at this. And again, I think one of the best, endings of a story. Well, maybe different. I don't know. But, that is so his doctor, right? He really defined his doctor right in this season. I'm very happy this is being released, right? This is one of my all-time faves. So what's on the discs? We'll start with that. Audio comedy, Mark Ayres, that's interesting. Andrew Cartmel, Christopher Gard, Jessica Martins, Stephen Wyatt, and Toby Adoki, that's interesting. And no Sylvester McCoy? Wow, that must be noisy. Lost in Darkness, model discussion. Yeah, the model work was very poor. Well, some of it was, right? There was a space buoy thing, message junk mail thing. There was a space junk mail robot. Big Bang visual effects feature. Yeah, that was the Big Bang they were talking about. The show must go on making a documentary. Yeah, and you see the scene where In Reddington gets it's like really hurt. Man, it's terrible. Psychic Survey music video with 5.1 audio. This was on the original DVD, so this is new. I don't remember that at all. Please extended scene, isolated score, audio 5.1, whatever. Victoria would have seen on TV. Doctor Who sketch broadcast. I remember that. It was. Did that have Jim Broadbent in it? It was a bit naff, right? That was a bit naff. I'd say. So new features, extended editions of Part 1 and 3 with new visual effects and stereo. Okay, excellent. Always happy for new visual effects. Optional CD visual effects on televised. What? Optional CG visual effects on televised episodes. Extended edition on Part 1 and 3 with new visual effects and. Okay, wait. So they're fine. So you're saying on Parts 2 and 4, you get new effects as well. Okay. And you can have them on the original cuts of 1 and 3 if you want that for some reason. Behind the Sofa, Sophie Aldred, Nicola Bryant, Janet Fielding, Bonnie Langford, Jessica Miles, Wes McCoy, Wendy Pabridge, Sarah Sonnett. Wendy Pabridge, I mean, God bless her. They keep wheeling her out, right? For some reason. Mute visual effects film. Okay. They weren't that good as I recall. Right? If I'm talking about is visual effects like the video effects? Right, man. They were okay. Not with Sophie Order broadcast 17th of February 1989. Around midnight with Seth McCoy broadcast BBC 2. What's Knock? I don't remember that at all. What else they got? The collection cinematic trailer. What was their cinematic trailer? I mean, it was a good trailer for season. Oh, that's for season 26. Season 26 was. What was their trailer? Was it? Was that? It wasn't one with Bonnie Langford. Oh, maybe it was. No, it was Bonnie Langford and Seth McCoy in the season 24 trailer. So what was this? Now I'm going to look it up. Oh, you're annoying me. You're annoying me. But we will research this right now, okay? Doink. Where is this? YouTube. Doctor Who The Collection. Season 26. Let's see what one it was. Oh, that was Sophie Aldred being a charitable. Yeah, no, that was a bit shit, as I recall. Fine. I don't really care. So PDS, script job. They always have a ton of PDF stuff. Visual effects sketches. That's gonna be fun. But I never look at them, right? So disc 8, we have new special features. Doctor Who The Collectibles 1980s. That'd be fun. It's my era. Escape Room tea with Sylvester McCoy and Sophie Aldred, I guess. And maybe they'll bring somebody else in. Tomorrow as well, Christmas Chris from 88 was Sylvester McCoy. That's random. That's very random. Panopticon Archive from 88. Did I go to that one? I might have gone to that one. I bet I did go to that one. That, if that's the appearance I'm thinking of, it was awesome. That was a great one. That's where he has this incredible entry, the smoke coming out of the TARDIS. And he just like bounds out of it. It's incredible. Matt Irving and Sylvester McCoy on Open Air. That sounds like they're about to be eaten alive. Yeah, I bet I went to that. Was it Panopticon, right? Oh, it's 1998, not 1988. No, 1998. I was already married and living in Boston. Fine, let's read this. What we got? What you got to tell us, Pete? The updated version of the final season 25 story is slightly different from the predecessor box set. While there are new effects in all 4 episodes, only parts 1 and 3 have been extended with a special treatment. Why is that? Well, says Pete McTeague, we have what's called 71 edits of parts 1 and 3, those are early edits and often contain material that didn't make it through the final cut. They're clean on music effects, so we can take out the bits that weren't included in the eventual program and use them in our version. But we don't have those of parts 2 and 4. They weren't kept, sadly. So did they have all them for every episode? So we can only extend two episodes of the story. Did the missing tapes fall victim producer John Nathan's habit of videotaping TV Emperor? You mean porn? Over footage in his possession. Actually, no, last piece. It was porn. None of the material for the special editions came from JNT. It always comes, a lot of times it comes from Ian Levine. I just had Gary Russell stuck in my head. Right? Why Gary Russell? Right? None of it came from JNT's collections. His copies were usually time-coded with VHS quality. What we've used is a master tape quality that comes straight out of the BBC archives. We're lucky that a lot of material for this season was kept by the BBC. Weird that they did, but I guess government efficiently working in our favor. Well, seriously, it was 88? That is 34, 35, 36 years ago? That's crazy, mate. That is cray-cray. Where we up to? Most of the original effects work on Great Stone Galaxy is exemplary. I don't remember it being that good. There are some moments that are uniquely primitive 1980s video effects look, such as the Doctor's journey through realities, which makes his way to the Dark Circle. I disagree. Okay, maybe the memory cheats. We're going to find out right now. Does the memory cheat, right? There we go. How you doing, Dan? Thank you for joining us. Okay, and again, the Jessica Martin werewolf. I mean, I did kind of like her writhing on the floor in her stockings and suspenders. I was like, yeah, okay, we can. Oh, there you go. So I think this really worked. I'm sorry, it's been going on for a bit. And again, I love this Doctor they created.
One small step for mankind, and one great leap. The words to that effect.
I think this is totally fine. Okay, this is using a current effect technology. A good advantage. I think this works. Sorry, Pete. I mean, it's tracking out. Obviously, they were embarrassed. It's been on stream for like half an hour. Hell, come on. Tell you, if they didn't put the effect on, fuck me, this was weird. How funny maze out. There you go. So I disagree, Pete. I think they look fine, right? I really do. Let's wait through the Dark Circle. So we've updated a sequence such as that. Do the team have a untreated footage to work from? We do. That's gonna be hilarious. We have that on an effects tape, but we were able to do something with it with that, but we can't work miracles. The original footage is literally Sylvester McCoy calling through tinsel. We can see that a tinsel curtain there. So there's a limit of what we can do with that. But we managed to zhuzh it up a bit. We zhuzh it up a little bit. Well, okay, but I thought that was good. I thought that conveyed the story, which is all you've got to do is convey the story, right? I mean, like these are better because the digital effects of the era are somewhat distracting, right? But here, can you see? Let me zoom in. So yeah, the faces of all these clowns was all modeled on in Reddington, which I thought was really clever. Where did they film it? Right? Because this was a very close spiritual successor to Summoned by Shadows, which was the first BBV independent production. It also looked kind of similar, right? Here, let me see if I can pull up any of that. Pull up that trailer because I mean, like this is so of the era. Summoned by Shadows. See what we got here. So a complete series trailer. Oh, is this it? This is a tribute to Colin Baker. Not the official one. Well, there's the BBV, the entire. Let's download it and show you. There you go, doink. Come on. Okay, now I'm getting wizzy what things about. There you go, downloads. Doink. I used to love BBV. This was really, central. Dr. Bill Baggs at hotmail.com. Oh, man. Oh, you give me 90s goosebumps, mate.
This is a secure coded message to all protected agents operating throughout the web.
Yeah, wait, Summoned by Shadows. 1 second. So this was a fan production where you had Colin Baker clearly playing some kind of different Doctor who's now a hermit, right? And it kind of ties into a New Adventures story where he had that coat on, over another one, over his normal one, I think, more than Messiah. Summoned by in memory of those. Memory Lane was the one set on a train station. I think Nick Briggs' recorder. Yeah, this is really bad. Oh, that's looking good there, Nicola Bryant. What was this one?
The cohort, known as Miss Brown, appeared and disappeared. It is not clear if she...
There's just some like... look, it's okay, but... yeah, I mean, they're just very cheap.
As Eagle and Saul continue their disruptive operations on Earth.
Yeah, I think I stopped watching it by then.
Associates.
I mean, like when they, develop their own things. Strange. Anyway, so yeah, this was very much where that came from, right? That first one, which you saw is on, where was it? Chroma? Yeah, well, right. A 5. In the case, Glory. What's this one? So you zoomed it up a bit. We do hope the raw footage of Specimen Tinsel Curtain is included in the box set. So yes, I've checked it. It's there in all its glory. That's going to be hilarious. I'm looking forward to that. The last box set, a couple of discs didn't rip. It was a real pain in the ass. They played, but they didn't rip. I love ripping everything. I prefer it in a digital format. In the greatest show in the galaxy, the new edits were carried out by content creator Paul Van Nuys. He's been doing Doctor Who stuff for as long as I have, right? I've seen this name around since I've been in fandom, which is 80s. I did the other 3, Pete explains, but Paul did cuts from this one because I didn't have time. Okay, good for you. I did an initial edit of Greatest Show, says Paul, but then Pete had a look at it because he's really the overall producer of all the special editions. He had a few notes, and they were mainly focused on cliffhangers. The end of part 1, for instance, has always been a bit strange. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to show you the cliffhanger to part 1. It's really, it's never worked. Okay, it's never ever worked. Come on, welcome up to Great Show Galaxy. Anyway. Again, I think this video effects I think is excellent, right? Where is it? So they're all like these different people heading towards the psychic circus. Yeah, these are disparate groups that met up and went in different directions. And this whole thing just never made sense. Like they never really explained it. It's a bit scary for Max. Good screamer. Blimey. Jessica Martin, well done there, darling. Where did they film?
Listen, they're all having a good time in there.
Don't you hear it?
Hear what?
That screaming.
Yeah, they never explained that either, how they managed to turn off a screamer. Okay.
I can't hear anything.
Oh, sure.
Oh, you're just making it.
This is very much like Troughton in Tomb of the Cybermen, right? I like how clearly Machiavellian he's being. Or is he? I haven't watched it in years. I'll let you know when I do my rewatch.
Excuses because you don't like circuses.
No, it's not that.
But this would have been a better place to have the cliffhanger.
Well, are we going in or aren't we?
Yeah, I mean that's just it. Really, genuinely didn't work, right? And I like the story. Yeah, but it's always been quite a bit strange. It's still a little bit strange, but it's put back to how it was scripted because Peter is a writer who's very much focused on the writer's vision. Oh, I wonder how it's scripted. How does fulfill the version of the story is an improvement. At the end of the day, he says it's other people's work that you're tinkering with. So it's unfair to apply a view that may now be 20 or 30 years down the line. Well, I don't know. He's asking, are you happy with the work? Improve. Okay, he said he doesn't want to diss them, I guess. That doesn't make any sense. With Doctor Who, you can restore the episodes best you can, and you can certainly make them technical, but the special editions are improvements. They're alternatives. I mean that's been the drum that they've been beating, right? I love it. One second, I just noticed a T-shirt. Oh, that's so cool, right? And then they're in the fonts. That's very, very cool. They got the this must be the escape room, right? I wonder if they have John Leeson there as well to give hints. So what else on the disc? Well, there's friend of the channel, Simon Horton. Did he write this article? He did. There he is, fresh-faced little lad. Look, one of the only things about this era I like is Simon interacting with it. He's like, ugh. It's like he stepped in a shit. It really is, and he's just. Okay, Simon, you talked me into it. We're reading it. But it says the daytime live, which celebrated Doctor Who's 25th anniversary with 2 doctors, 1 companion, and several fans. You do own a Doctor Who scarf, don't you? That's not a question I normally wake up to. But Monday, the 24th of October, 1988, turned to be anything but normal. Well, I didn't own my Doctor Who scarf till the 2000s. I'll be frank. The day began unremarkably enough, but at 10 a.m. things took a turn for the bizarre when I received a phone call from a researcher on BBC's Daytime Live. This daily lunchtime magazine program, they recently replaced the huge problem. I remember, yeah, they closed down Pebble Mill, which had been added by Michael Grade in '86. Well, he had that scissors, right? Just a year after a similar hatchet had been made to had been taken to Doctor Who. So why was Birmingham calling me out the blue? Why was Birmingham calling you out the blue, Simon? I want to know. I was surprised to discover that they obtained my details from the Doctor Who production team. Really? Okay, who it turned out were familiar with a couple of interviews I'd given on local BBC radio. Blimey, that's interesting. And the fact that I've recently set up a West Midlands fan group, the Who-natics, not Trumpomaniacs. Go back and watch the early bit of the show for that. That was great. Plan to run a feature on Doctor Who to celebrate the 25th anniversary. I found myself with an offer I couldn't refuse. How many doctors do you have there? There's Sylvester and there's 1 doctor. Maybe another one's going to. Oh, there you go. There's a bit of John Pertwee. Well, it's worth going for Pertwee. So I love Sylvester McCoy. I've just been enthusing about it, right? I also thought that John Pertwee, Sylvester McCoy's overordered the 3rd and 7th plus companion 8 would be there that Friday. Would I and some members of my fan group like to make an appearance? So yes. The only proviso that I had to be wearing a long scarf, since, as we all know, Doctor Who fans wear long scarves, don't they? It's so funny. And it's really how people are, right? When Doctor Who came back in 2005, there's a bunch of producers in the BBC just assumed that Tom Baker was going to be playing him again. Right? They're like, what? I hadn't really thought about that, really. Man, people are just so insanely ignorant about things they think they know about. So far, you had to be wearing a scarf. Okay. You didn't have one. You better get one quick there, Simon. Don't they? I didn't dare a bit. I didn't own a long scarf, so the rest of the day was spent ringing around until I finally located at the one at the 11th hour. Thank you, fellow fan Roger Foster. Yeah, it wasn't like this in the 80s, right? You couldn't just order it on Amazon and have it drone delivered 20 minutes later. We couldn't watch Doctor Who on demand. Right, that never happened. Right, we unless you had videotapes, right? But like now, you got literally all of Doctor Who on demand, 24/7. It's incredible, right? It's just a shame the current show is garbage. Wouldn't it be great if it wasn't garbage, right? Wouldn't that be fantastic? What am I looking at? I plan to feature celebrate 25th anniversary. I found with an offer I couldn't refuse. I was informed that John blah 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 there, and so it was that I and some good friends arrived at Pebble Mills. So it was that it was maybe with that I and some good friends arrived at Pebble Studio on a cold morning on Friday, the 28th of October. The famous glass-fronted space looked out onto Pebble Mill Road and previously hosted numerous of Doctor Who interviewees, including Peter Davison, Patrick Troughton, and former producer Philip Hinchcliffe. Pebble Mill was also the scene of the 20th century Doctor Who used non-London studio for... Oh, yeah, that's where they filmed Horror Fang Rock. Okay. I was giddy with excitement to be sitting directly opposite John Sylvester and Sophie in their full costume. I mean, that is cool. I didn't even clock they're in their costumes. And John was always in his costume. Yeah, man, you got, if you haven't got the season 12 Blu-ray, this season, season 12, right? Well, there's Tom Baker's commentary on Genesis of the Daleks, right? When he's talking about Peter Miles, who played Nyder. He goes off on this weird rant. He said he kept the costume, you know. Yeah, he wears it on the Strand. He'll do a turn for a bob. It's so weird. Right? It's so funny. Don't make it bonkers. Yeah, maybe I can find that. Hang on. Video file. Doctor Who. Doctor. Genesis of the Daleks behind the sofa. Yeah, so we'll just get to the bit where Nyder turns up. Blimey! Notice no one crying, right? When he stood on the mine. That's what Doctor Who's supposed to do. Not cry. Oh, God. Boom was shit. And it was shit because oh, no, so Nigel's not in it yet. It was shit. One second. So maybe we have not turned here. Okay. He's looking like he's being naughty. Philip Hinchcliffe. What's her name? Liz Sladen's daughter. And who plays her on Big Finish, who plays Sarah Jane on Big Finish, and Eric Saywood.
True.
Not Eric Saywood, Philip Hinchcliffe.
Producers run through in the rehearsal room at Acton, Tom, and I had to be taken out. Bob Holmes and I had to leave the room like sort of silly schoolboys.
No, that's not okay. Fine, no. It's got to be a bit with Nyder in it for him to. It was about halfway through, as I recall. Doink. I mean, the chance of me catching it are minute.
That's a new thing. That's from the news.
Any Nyder action? Any full-on Nyder action?
The back of his head in mind.
Popular Dalek story, probably. I think there's something about. He's such a strong opponent, isn't he? And yet he's got the freedom to.
I just got to look for Tom Baker talking there. Oh, is this it?
It was very funny.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Very funny.
Okay, it's getting to be not worth it. It talks a lot about Terry Malloy. One of the all-time greatest scenes in Doctor Who. This is the all-time greatest scene in Doctor Who. Alright, fine. Forget it. We're talking about Great Show in Galaxy, or 1988. Fine, where are we up to? But I think it's going to dampen somewhat when I try to access the BBC car park. So I've never heard of you. I'm thought we headed to the green room where like the stars we weren't. We got a distinct feeling that the coffee being served to us, coffee being served was not for us, but we helped ourselves. And the pack of the BBC sugar immediately became souvenirs. Well, okay, that's fun. The first question I asked the breakfast researchers, the first question asked by the breakfast researcher, did you bring a long scarf? You did bring a long scarf, didn't you? Where's Simon? That's not Simon. Where is he? I still not wearing a long scarf. So, there you go. He's got his long scarf. He only wore it for a couple of minutes. Man, he looks like that in the coat with the scarf. Looks a bit pervy. It does. What do you want out of me? Like, he looks a bit stalkery like that. You didn't bring the long scarf. The second question was asked slightly. I'm wearing it, and then I promptly spilt coffee down it. The second one he asked was slightly more worrying. Are you gonna? What are you gonna say when you're on camera? What? I hadn't thought about that. I thought I can say how much I love Doctor Who. I worried and Paul's worried from the research. Okay, could you just expand on that when Judy asked you? Okay, I mean, like you put a camera on me. You say, "Can you talk about Doctor Who?" Yeah, I'm there for about half an hour, mate. Easily. Then Judy in question was Judy Spears, the ever smiling presenter of Daytime Live, who remained elusive until it came to rehearsing in the studio. This got underway once the researcher of when the rather dilapidated TARDIS prop that had been touched up with a bit of blue paint. With blue paint, I put a bit in. I'm making it better, Simon. Okay, you're welcome. And patched it together with sticky tape. Yeah, they always did look sad when it got wheeled out. Together, shattering the illusion. Talk about shattering illusion. Never mind. I was giddy with excitement to be on the sitting directly opposite John, Sylvester, and Sophia in costume. I think it's very cool. Respecting the full TV costumes, and I was told to sit in the front row of the audience next to a child who didn't actually seem to like Doctor Who very much. However, there was no time. There was no time to get to know each other. The camera zoomed in on me, rehearsing my lines. And a technician holding a light meter against my neon orange shirt announced grumpily, "This kid's sexy as hell. This kid's radioactive." Oh, is that what he got? He had to put his jacket on. I bet it is, right? I bet it is. Yeah, this looks like a bunch of Doctor Who fans in the 80s. Yeah, I've recognized these. Right? This kid's radioactive. The floor manager then told me, someone elsely, try not to look as though you're at the dentist. It was all going swimmingly, okay? I mean, it's always good advice, isn't it? It is always good advice. Following a nerve-wracking countdown to high noon, the show finally went live. I went for a taping of Wogan once, right? It really is kind of fun. 50 minutes of sweaty palms and nervous coughs ensued. We patiently sat through the interview with the inventor of spaceships. Really? Alan Titchmarsh's garden slot and performance from singer Tanita Tikaram. Blimey, that's taking me back. Was he there? I think he's a big fat Samoan bloke, isn't he? Tanita Tikaram. Who's that? Oh, that's not who I thought at all. I'm not. What she looks like in 1988. 1988. Images. Okay. I don't recognize it at all. Fine. So she was on it though. Eventually, it was time to celebrate 25 years of Doctor Who, and so the formidable Judy Spears closed in on a hapless callow youth wearing a radioactive shirt and a long scarf, trying to not look like he was at the dentist. I bet you look like you're at the dentist. Judy said, "Wait, you think you're at the dentist, do you?" That would have been awkward. I'm trying not to look like that. Judy assured no one as she introduced the West Midlands Who-natics, emphasizing a second Who-natics. The Who-natics of the last word. The Who-natics the last word. I previously informed the researcher that it's Who-natics rhymes with lunatics, not fanatics, right? But clearly it been to no avail. Right? I didn't get that either. The camera swung in my direction. Simon, Judy asked, why do you love Doctor Who? There it is, my big chance. Oh, don't move the crowd, mate. That wouldn't go down well. A whole week of meticulous planning and careful forethought, and I finally was getting my 50 seconds of fame. The researcher told me to expand, so I expand I did. Without drawing his breath, I spurred a stream of unexpected nonsense. About soap operas, narrative boundaries, and British culture. Well, you want to sound clever. I love Doctor Who. It's awesome. Look at that. Little fresh face, Simon. It's a wonder they didn't include the kitchens. I didn't include the kitchen thing. I bet you did. Although I did successfully point out the Doctor is so different 3 times. In fact, it's unsurprisingly Judy made a joke of my inept brandlings. Whoa, first on telly, mate. Charming interviews with. You'll be much better now. Charming interviews with the 3 guest stars stole my limelight, but Judy wasn't finished with me yet. She made the mistake of asking if I had any questions for the guests. Did I have a question? Yes. Half an hour later, I finally finished, and Judy took the opportunity to make another joke. Oh, the shame. I want to find it. Oh, it's going to be on the. I was going to say, how can we see this? It's on the disc. I can't wait. If they're in the. Oh, come on. Let's have a miracle and come here tomorrow. The program drew to close rather cheesy editing, ending, and meticulously rehearsed TARDIS effect. Shot stumbled clunkily to the last hurdle, undaunted. With our hearts still beating, we headed back to the green room. Mr. Pertwee had quite sensibly done a runner, but Sylvester and Sophie kindly gave us their undivided attention for a full hour. Well, that's really awesome. Oh, okay. That's worth reading this article just for that. That's wonderful. They signed autographs, posted photos, chatted aimlessly with a bunch of light-headed, starry-eyed fans who would never get the magical day as long as they live. And the scarf, it was returned to its rightful owner, complete with coffee stain. This is so nice. Honestly, this is so nice that they did that. Yeah. What was that cockles, doesn't it? She cried. Yeah. If I was Shooty, I'd be like, oh, fuck off, Shooty. Yeah, no, Shooty, just take your tongue out my fucking ear, mate. Give it a rest. What's going on over here? There's been a lot of stupid stuff. Okay, let's look at more DEI stupidity, right? Doink. Doctor Who's Joe Martin. I'm jealous of a generation growing up with a black doctor. They're not watching it. That's the thing. You don't understand. You just think you can be Doctor Who and you're Doctor Who. No, you have to have people watching it. No one fucking cares. He's made no impact whatsoever, right? In culture, you could replace him without explanation and no one would notice. Most normal British people wouldn't notice. I mean, for goodness sake. And because you had to have a black cat and a black person, and you didn't want to think, should we get a good black person, good for the role, or should we just get, a huge fuck bunny with good abs? Let's go for the fuck bunny. Oh, we better give him a Welsh BAFTA so he feels like he can act. Oy vey. The actors was once told that the Doctor couldn't be black. I know people with that point of view, right? I never had a problem with a black Doctor. But again, look, I mean, the time to do it was instead of Colin Baker, right? If you had a good black actor playing, then I think things would have gone a very different way. Jo Martin made history in 2020 when she was used as a token to take another shit on Doctor Who in the name of DEI. The first black actor to play the role, to play the Doctor for her portrayal of Ruth Clayton, an unplaced incarnation of the Doctor. An uncanonical incarnation of Doctor, better known as the Fugitive Doctor. Better be called the Furtive Doctor. Since then, Shooty Gatwick has become the latest actor to play the Time Lord in a full capacity, waving the flag for people of all walks of life and creed to show anyone can be on screen. Where did you get this idiotic idea that people didn't want anybody on screen. I get what, and given that minorities are massively overrepresented on screen, it seems like that's probably not the case, right? Right? I'm just using what we call logic and reason. Julia has become the blah, blah, blah. Now it's an interview with Radio Times. It's not exclusive. Nobody else wants to talk to you. Martin explains that she gets goosebumps and thinking of a casting. You know, you're the only one who thinks about it, right? Because nobody remembers you or cares. Colin Baker is my doctor. I've been watching him since watching Doctor Who since then. I felt bad then. What can I tell you? Just you were. I mean, she was better than Jodie. Maybe that's why she had more of a sense of the role than Jodie. The trouble is, you know, her doctor wasn't kind, right? She was too busy being a girl boss, right? And the doctor's got to be, and boss got to be powerful, got to be kind. And yeah, as you're paying and look, men and women are different, right? Men are more traditionally aggressive and outgoing, and women are more traditionally less aggressive and inward, right? It's men and women are different. You blame evolution for that. You blame whatever you want, okay? But the fact still remains. So when you have a woman play a masculine role, which Doctor Who is, right? It's hard to pull off, right? So I think she, with her trying to be authoritative, came off. Actually, sometimes. No, I'm going to take that back. I think the problems with her being the Doctor was all in the script, right? Ripping the horn off the Jadoon, right? You know, going around with the gun, all that. I think that was all informed by the script. I think if she had a good script, she could probably do a decent job. I really do, actually. And a production team that wasn't obsessed by DEI. Wow. Okay. I thought, you know, did you just see me backtrack live on? I think she probably could have been good. And I think her Big Finish stuff is probably going to be okay for Big Finish. But who's working on that? Their website still take forever to load up. Apparently so. We'll come back when it's open up. So yeah, honestly, the Big Finish stuff will be good, but it's just like I'm not going to get it. I don't really care, right? I used to say I use all my mum's foil to make up my cousins as darlings. Okay, sounds fun. And I'll be the doctor. They'll say, but you can't be the doctor. The doctor's not a girl, and the doctor's not black. Well, I agree the doctor's not a girl. I think, you know, you kind of... Yeah, I mean, I had no problem with the doctor being black, right? And I really genuinely never did. Here, let's see if we can find a box set. It's not till next year, is it? All right. Doink. Nope, not there. Zygon. Yeah, I'm really not interested. Who's working on this again? Robert Valentine, Rashad Patel, and Lisa McMahon. All of them solid writers. Yeah. And you got Alice Cridge playing was it Time Lord Hand? But it's so based on the lore of that universe, right? What was that? Their secret agency called the Agency, or something along those lines. But I bet, yeah, again, with a good script, I think she might be able to pull off being the Doctor. I don't know. But I think the problems with the performance, from what I saw, were all based on the were all based on the script. Do you think this image is AI? Man, they'll go crazy if they find out it is. Right? Because there's not that many images of her like that. So I don't know. But again, that actually feels reasonably doctory. I never felt that about Jodie Whittaker ever. I mean, it's a low bar, isn't it, comparing it to Jodie Whittaker? And so when I came to the job, and it was, by the way, look how disingenuous it is. They used the headline, "The X was once told the Doctor couldn't be black," by her friend playing in the schoolyard. I mean, for fuck you. Trying to create a narrative there. And so when this job came out, it was revealed to me who I was going to be, because I was really auditioned. When I originally auditioned, they told me, no one told me what I was auditioning for. I think if I had known, I would have blown the audition. It would have been too nervous. It would have been like, oh God, this is it's too much. It's too big. I tell you, nobody's ever said that to me before. Reflecting on the role, Martin told Radio Times she makes that it makes her think of the little girl in her. Why didn't they just cast her instead of Jodie? It would have worked so much better. The amount of messages I have from people all around the world, from Brazil to Australia to America to this country, people of color who have reached out, females. I bet they're all females. And again, why do you have to see yourself as the hero? I don't get that. I just don't get that. They've said thank you. I get, never stroke an actor's ego. Fucking never do that. And I've shed many a tear about it. Well, the scripts were bad, but happy tears, because I don't know they were bad. Because I'm so jealous, because I wish I had this when I was young. But you seem fine. Oh, I wish I didn't have any adversity. Why is everybody worried about adversity? But everything has a journey. Everything has a journey to go on. The times change slowly, but they do change. Well, here's the problem. They do change slowly, but they do change. The problem is people like you have pushed too bloody hard, right? And they changed it too quickly to something that doesn't reflect society. So, it was a bit of a mistake, all things considered, isn't it? Right? And so what you've done is set yourself back rather than move things forward. Because again, you need to connect to society. No one likes this woke crap, right? Right. That's why I would love this election in America to be an overwhelming flood of votes for Trump, right? Because it will be for no other reason than it's a repudiation of this entire sick, insane worldview, right? Which frankly I am sick of. Right, it's a complete repudiation of that. And the country just need to give up on it. I'm sorry. Disney lost $1 billion in their last few movies. Well, that's not surprising. But again, it's not like you can't have black heroes or a black doctor. I think you could have had a black doctor. You could do anything if it was good. Black Panther, excellent movie, right? It was an excellent movie. There's no way around that. Lawrence Fishburne as Perry White, perfect casting in my mind. I think he's excellent. But everything is blah 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 blah. What's going on there? People, and although recent history we had recently with young people going mad on the street of the country was quite something. It was quite an eye opener to see that the color of someone's skin is still going to be a problem. It was never about the color of their skin. And the country could be flooded with white savages as well, and people wouldn't like it. Right? No, the color skin is the least relevant thing. And as it turned out, the riots that we turned had nothing to do with Muslim fundamentalism. Right, and that's what caused the riot, like more Muslim fundamentalism on the streets of Britain. That is what caused it, because there's floodgates open for it. Right? No, racist to say that. Turned out to be 100% fucking true. We literally just found that today. Ugh, fuck them. But hey, we had our first black doctor, and the trouble is, again, I shouldn't think it should have been in the 80s. Right? I agree with you. But the trouble is, it's delegitimized, right? Everything you wanted, you failed because you forced your will on society. Here we got the first black doctor among all that. I take my hat off to the BBC. Please, right, the BBC. Yeah, that was hardly them doing something terrifying. and all who sell with the show. Not many people do anymore, darling. That they made the choice. No, well, they didn't. People have run screaming from it. Right here, 1 second. Doctor Who. There you go. Doink. Look at these ratings, and these are bullshit inflated ratings. 3.69. That's all they could get for the season finale, right? And again, bullshit inflated. 2.25, much nearer to reality, I think. Right? And everything above everybody on iPlayer, if they watch it for 1 minute, I think it's 1 minute, they get counted as a view. So yeah, it's not worked. It's failed. The casting victory. One was the only person that they praised the BBC for the casting shooting. The show was first directed. Warren Kane called it a victory. It's in a victory in a war that doesn't exist, right? That's it. You're fighting a war, and the rest of the world isn't. And we're like, what are you shouting? I mean, like, nobody has a problem with black people. Oh, they have a problem with black savages, you know, from from a totally alien culture. But they'll have a problem if they were brown. They'll have a problem if they were white. Yes. It doesn't matter. So the 6th anniversary last year, St. Radio Times. It does. I was the first British Asian in my field to be doing what I was doing. What did worry me internally was working on a set with all the people watching me. Yeah, listen, I understand, but that's not the way we live. It's not the 60s anymore. I think to myself, they're all waiting to see if I fall on my face, and I'm not going to fall on my face. Good for you. Again, you got to be able to face adversity. It's okay to have adversity. Speaking further of a casting as the Doctor, Martin added, and the fact you've got a middle-aged woman, it just showed you. It just showed never really. It just should never happen. Really, you're right, because we're invisible. If you're a woman past the age of 35. If you're a woman that's not size 8, if you're a black woman, no, you're invisible to people who work in the TV industry. They're racist scum. British people aren't like that, right? They're really not. You're kind of on the sideline. You're invisible. So I tick all the boxes, and guess what? I'm visible. I'm very proud to fly that flag. Well, good for you. But and also, yeah, don't get me wrong. I'm very happy that you're getting your Big Finish stuff. Right, for people who want it, good for you, right? Good for you. But it's not like it's the numbers are the numbers, right? And it's just been a failure, right? It's not working. It's not working. I'm sorry for that, but it's not working, and it's not working. I think because your fundamental view of reality is just bonkers. It's just not like that at all. Anyway, with that, ladies and gentlemen, with that bonkers, I'm going to head off into the sunset, right? I'm going to hit the end broadcast button. I'm sorry, but I have zero interest, having dropped out well before the council. Yeah, I completely understand, Colin Archer. And there's nothing to be interested in. It's genuinely garbage. Fine, with that, I'm going to hit the end broadcast button. I'm going to hit it again and say good night, good luck, and may your God walk with you. And that Wizzy Will, the Wizzy Will of Love, goes around and around and around. Did I not press the button? No, try that again. There you go. Now,